Welcome, dreamer, to Clarkson Farm's restaurant. Or not quite. Right now, I'm actually located on Bourton-on-the-Water. I had a full day exploring the Cotswolds and it was lovely, but the main reason why I headed out here from London is to eat at Jeremy Clarkson's restaurant, The Farmer's Dog. Now, you might know him from Top Gear. I know him from Clarkson Farms. They're currently filming their 4th season. I've watched seasons 1, 2, and 3 multiple times. I absolutely love it. And you might not know that he actually has a restaurant here in the Cotswolds. It's called The Farmer's Dog, and we're going there for dinner. And I would love for you to join me. So come along. I cannot wait. We're going to order tons of food. We're going to try the beer that's made from the grain that he grows on his farm. Should be a really, really fun experience, and I'm glad to have you with me today. Before we dive into the restaurant, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you here. I share my travels and daily life with you, and love to have you here, dreamer. Cheers! Ooh, mine's pretty good too. I got the premium lager because they were out of the harvest. I'm not very good at describing beer, but it's smooth and it's good. It's really good. And it's cold, which a lot of times in London or, England in general, it's hard to find. And then Brad got the, what did you get, Brad?
The Pilsner.
The Pilsner. I don't like that as good.
I like it.
I really like the premium lager. Do you want to try it?
Okay, that one might be better.
Yeah, so premium lager is the way to go. So we got a reservation like a month ago and it was like pretty full. We didn't have a whole lot of options. Dining room's really pretty. We missed the farm shop that's only open during the day and closes at 5. So we just missed it, sadly. There was nothing posted online whenever I was filming this video about the times. But very small menu. We're gonna order as much as we can and see how it is. Prices are high, but it's fine. You're in the Cotswolds. Everything's kind of expensive here. Okay, so our appetizers came. Each got one. This one here that I'm focused on is the baked brie. Looks pretty good. And this is the soup of the day that's like a carrot honey. And this one, this is like the special of the day, and it's going to be a ham croquette, wild garlic, and pesto sauce. So all of it looks pretty good. Let's dive in. Gooey deliciousness. Looks like it's on a little bit of a toast. Okay. Yeah, it looks like this is like a bread down here. This is the croquette here. Okay, yeah, looks pretty good. And so everything came out really hot. We haven't had a chance to try the soup yet. It's just a little warm. And I will say my toast underneath here is almost kind of hard to cut. I almost need like a sharper knife, but that's okay. You almost don't need the toast because the croquette is breaded. And then there's some, it doesn't actually say, but there's almost like some kind of pickled something on the side of the plate. Pretty good. Definitely like a milder brie, not a too stringent brie. I like it. It's a little accompaniments on the side of the plate, and you can't tell what they are. Very indistinguishable, but they do cut through the brie a little bit, so that's nice. And there's a whole bunch of accompaniments for the ham croquette. Definitely has like quite a bit of diced ham in there. There's a lot of little roughage on the plate along with like pickles. Everything about this ham croquette I like. Has like a lot of ham in it, but it's still actually like really tender, and the homemade pickles really kind of like slice through the heaviness. Yeah, so far I like the croquette more than the brie, but that's just personal preference. Both are cooked well. I do think the toast on the brie is a little too charred, but I actually really like both of them. Gonna take just a little sample of soup just to kind of see how that is. Right now I prefer the special, that is the ham croquettes, but I could take both of them. Okay, so carrot honey soup. Definitely like a thicker puree soup. true carrot flavor. Definitely has a almost like homegrown carrot flavor, really pure. Not overdone with the honey, not sweet really at all. Well balanced. I actually really, really like it. It serves with like a crusty bread and some butter, which is also a plus too. So all of these are good. I would say that the ham croquette and the carrot soup are slightly better than the brie, but that's just honestly personal preference. Somebody would really actually probably love this brie. Okay, I managed to get my hands on another half pint. This one is the black, and obviously it's the one dark one that they have. I also have to point out like how pretty these half pint glasses are. They're really pretty. And the head on this beer also looks really, really nice. I really enjoyed the premium lager, so I think it's gonna be hard to beat that, but we'll give it a try with this one. I do enjoy a dark beer, and it's been really cold outside, so hopefully it's gonna hit the spot. Really rich, just like a Guinness would be. So really rich like a Guinness, but it doesn't hit like a Guinness. It's more smooth and mellow than that. Actually really carries it through to the end. It's a really mellow dark ale. I actually really like it. A lot of people could probably drink quite a bit of this. It's 4.2%, and my premium lager was actually 6.8. Okay, our food's here. Let's take a look. Okay, it smells delicious. I got the sausages. Comes with mashed potatoes, carrots. Beautiful. Wish you could smell it. It's just so savory and delicious. And then Brad got lamb stew. That would not be my personal preference, but we're gonna taste it. And then steak and chips with some kind of sauce. Might be a bechamel, we'll see. Doesn't actually say on the specials board. Looks pretty good. It kind of looks like it might be overcooked, but we'll see. All right, see how all this is. Okay, you get 2 sausages with this, so pretty decent proportion. Not like too much, but like in my opinion, just right if you want to order all 3 courses. And so good snap on the sausages, not too tough. Okay, sausages are pretty good. Definitely like a fresh casing, definitely kind of smooth there. Okay, kind of smooth and tough. You can just tell it's natural. Mashed potatoes are good. They might be a little touch over salted. It's a really good roasty carrot. Like really, really sweet. Really, really good. Okay, overall, pretty good. The sausages I'm not like in love with. I think they are a little bland, a little under-seasoned inside. The sauce kind of helps make up for it. Okay, let me kind of go around it, see how the rest of this is. Okay, this is the lamb stew. Now, full discretion, I don't really like lamb. I went to Greece for about a week, and if you're gonna like lamb anywhere, it's there because they really know how to cook it. And I walked away from that knowing that I don't really like lamb, so I will taste this with full transparency. Okay, really pretty barley, carrots, a little bit of everything in here. I will get a piece of the actual lamb and just a couple pieces of barley with it. I will note that they gave you a crusty loaf of bread, but it's a very like brothy sauce, and there's really no way to do that. They don't give you a spoon here. Oh, actually, not too bad. If you closed your eyes, you wouldn't actually know the difference whether or not that was lamb or beef. Not particularly gamey at all. Actually pretty well balanced. Pretty good. I actually think that a lot of people would really like that. Tastes really home style and comforting. That's actually a pretty great dish. Okay, and now the steak. Got a couple bites of it here. I'm gonna taste it with and without like the sauce. I like sweet bread taste that. Like good flavor. Definitely cooked a medium well. This is like a flank steak, which is obviously a very cheap cut of steak. You can tell it's very tough. It is well prepared though. Like it is cooked at temperature and everything. It's just that's not the highest quality steak that you could ever get. The sauce that's with the steak is more like a blue cheese, more of a gorgonzola flavor. I personally don't care for it. A lot of people would like it. Let's taste one of these fries / chips that come with the the steak. As British fries go, those are actually quite good, well seasoned and everything. So out of everything on the table, I think my carrots are a particular standout. The sauce on my plate is particular standout. And also, I actually think the lamb stew is particularly well prepared. So overall, pretty good. I'll definitely do like a summary at the end and give you like my final thoughts on everything. Okay, last up for the drinks that I'm gonna try is Caleb's Hedgegrow Cider. It's 4%. It has a really pretty red berry color. I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of a flash right here. You can see the really nice color of it, really pretty. And I took a little sip of it before I started. It's strong. There is something back in Southern Illinois that kind of reminds me of it, a brewery that does something like this. It's really strong flavored. Berries, like a really strong red berry flavor, more tart than sweet, but pretty well balanced, kind of complex for a cider. I do think this is really good. I like it just as much as the premium lager. If you like cider, I would definitely give this one a try. Our waitress, who's a sweetheart, by the way, service has been great so far, says that this one is her personal favorite. And I think that this is definitely a winner, especially in the summer. This would be really just a home run. Really, really good. Delicious. So the table got a trio of ice creams. They don't make them here on the farm. They're from the Cotswolds. So this one is a creamberry cream. And this one was a blackberry raspberry. And then there's a strawberry over here. And mine's missing an action, but I got just the Cotswold cream. But then we also have another dessert coming, so stay tuned. I have to wait too long. Here is the rhubarb shortcake. I already forgot. It's a rhubarb sponge, actually. Rhubarb sponge. And you can definitely see the rhubarb in it, but not as, crazy as I would think. And then I'm really excited about the ice cream. That is a clotted cream. Looks delicious. So, and then here's a closer look at this little pre-packaged ice cream. Comes with a little gelato spoon inside, but they give you a metal one, so you don't have to use that. So that's good. Restaurant's getting pretty loud, so gonna devour this and I'll tell you my final thoughts on everything afterward. Wow, the clotted cream's delicious. Okay, so I'm back at the flat now, and I thought I would give you a summary of dinner. Wasn't too bad getting back. We obviously were well in the Cotswolds, but we drove from Oxford, and we took a train from Oxford to Paddington Station and then to Waterloo, which is where we're staying this trip. Now let's summarize dinner. I believe the best dish for the starter was the carrot soup. I actually thought it was really, really good. That wouldn't have been something I would have normally ordered on the menu. For the mains, I do think that the lamb stew was really a standout. I think that that was actually a pretty good dish. Now, I didn't talk a whole lot about dessert while I was there. I kind of just introduced it and then we finished the meal. It was outstanding. Now, the ice cream wasn't from the farm and the restaurant didn't make it. It was just the Cotswolds ice cream. And the ice cream was good, but I'm not really gonna say too much about it because they didn't make it there. But the rhubarb sponge cake was so amazing. Everyone at the table was so full. Otherwise, we would have probably ordered at least one more for the table. It was really, really good. Top dessert. And I'm not even a big dessert person. Also, all the beer was good. We, try a lot of beer, try a lot of cocktails anywhere we travel, and this was top notch. Especially that premium lager, really a standout. Honestly, worth trying. Even if you're not like a light beer fan, it really had a good, solid, complex flavor for a light beer. It was really good. Also, technically not a light beer. I know that, but I mean like a light colored beer. A lot of times the blondes aren't quite as complex as the darks. So other than the food, I would say service was
fantastic, really great. And all the dishes were correctly prepared. I didn't see really a flaw in presentation aside from some like over-charred, potentially stale bread for the fried brie. And I also think that the 2 fried items we got were over-breaded. That might be personal preference, but I think there's an argument to be made there, especially when the brie breading was like quite thick and it almost like overwhelmed the brie. Those are 2 minor little nitpicky things, but overall the general standard of the food was very, very high. I said at the beginning of the meal that I thought prices were high. I completely take that back. We ordered 3 starters, 4 drinks, I believe, 3 mains, and technically like 4 desserts, and our bill was about 142 pounds, which is actually quite a deal. So very, very reasonable in my opinion. The ambiance of the restaurant was also gorgeous, just really pretty. Lighted branches on the ceiling, otherwise fairly simple. The bar area was large and they had a loft above where you could dine. Big restaurant, surprisingly it looks kind of small whenever you walk in, but actually pretty large and could hold a lot of people. Didn't ever get too loud either, which I appreciate. So as you can tell, I thought pretty highly of it. I went in with pretty high expectations, and most of the time those expectations aren't met. But actually I do think that they were met tonight, and I would absolutely recommend the Farmer's Dog to anybody that's a fan of the show or simply wanting a place to eat that's really nice in the Cotswolds. I actually think it was really a great dining experience that I have almost nothing bad to say about. If you've been here a while, you know that's pretty rare for me, but I generally really enjoyed it. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Other than that, dreamer, I'll be back with another travel video shortly. Thanks for joining me. Bye.